Adanna had always imagined love would feel like this. Evening dinners in rooftop restaurants, impromptu shopping sprees where she never checked a price tag, and a fiancé who smiled every time she pointed to something pretty. Damilare, a young tech entrepreneur with a warm laugh and a generous heart, seemed to enjoy every chance to spoil her. From the start, Damilare insisted she relax. "Why stress yourself? I've got you," he would say, arriving with takeout bags so she never touched a stove. Months passed in a whirl of gifts, dates, and wedding plans. Their engagement photos flooded social media. Friends called them a perfect match. One quiet afternoon, just days before the wedding, Damilare stopped by Adanna's flat earlier than planned. Boxes of new clothes lay scattered across the floor from a recent shopping spree. He smiled, until he noticed the untouched dishes piled high in the sink, a layer of dust on the console table, and laundry still in shopping bags. "Babe," he said gently, "don't you ever, tidy up? Even a little?" Adanna, lounging in silk pajamas, raised an eyebrow. "Me? Do house chores? How do you want me to do that? Don't people get paid to handle these things?" The words hung heavy between them. For the first time, Damilare felt a knot tighten in his chest. He had always admired her elegance, but now he wondered if their lifestyles and expectations were miles apart. That evening, he shared his unease with his mother, Mama Damilare, a woman who valued humility and hard work despite her family's wealth. "A home isn't just money and sparkle," Mama Damilare said, her face thoughtful. "Does she know the worth of effort? Love is service too." The tension from their last conversation still lingered when Adanna arrived at Damilare's family home the next weekend. She swept into the living room in a stylish jumpsuit, phone in hand, fingers flying across the screen as she laughed at messages only she could see. Mama Damilare watched quietly. "Over tea?" she asked gently. "Adanna, what do you do for work, my dear? Damilare says you're an online vendor." Adanna beamed. "Yes, I sell fashion pieces on Instagram," she said, not looking up from her phone. Mama tilted her head. "That's nice. But what about something steady? Our company is hiring for a junior marketing position. Good pay, room to grow. I can set up an interview." Adanna's smile faded. "Thank you, Ma, but 9 to 5 isn't for me. I like my freedom. I make my own schedule." Her tone was polite, but firm. Then, almost absent-mindedly, she added, "Besides, Dammy takes care of everything." Damilare's heart sank. He had hoped his mother's offer might spark a new ambition in her. Instead, Adanna returned to her phone, scrolling and giggling at memes from friends. Later that evening, Damilare tried again. "Babe, Mum's company is solid. You'd learn so much." "Dammy," she interrupted, eyes still on her screen. "Why stress? We're getting married into comfort. People hustle because they need to. We don't." The words landed heavier than she seemed to realize. Damilare stared at her, the image of their future shifting like sand. In the kitchen, Mama Damilare confided in her son. "She is pleasant, yes," she said softly, "but marriage is more than parties and pretty things. If she cannot value work, paid or unpaid, how will she value a home? Even wealth needs care." Damilare rubbed his temples, torn between love and doubt. Wedding bells were just 2 weeks away, but questions now echoed louder than the church choir. Days slipped by as the wedding date drew closer. Damilare grew quieter, his once excited calls turning into thoughtful silences. Adanna barely noticed. Her phone buzzed endlessly with chats, online orders, and the occasional vendor post she claimed as work. One evening, Damilare invited her to dinner at his mother's house. Mama Damilare greeted them with her usual warmth but sensed the weight in her son's eyes. After the meal, Damilare finally spoke. "Adanna," he began, voice steady, "I love you. But love needs more than gifts. I need a partner who values building a home with me, someone who can work hard, whether it's in a career or just keeping our lives balanced. I don't feel we share that vision." Adanna set down her phone, startled. "You think I don't love you because I don't like house chores? We can hire help for everything." "It's not about maids," he replied. "It's about heart, effort, the willingness to build together." Mama Damilare added gently, "Money can buy staff, but not devotion." Adanna looked from mother to son, the reality dawning. I never saw it that way," she whispered. "I thought being cared for was enough." Damilare reached across the table. "It's not too late, if you want to grow with me." Tears welled in her eyes. For the first time, she pictured a life that wasn't just endless shopping bags and leisurely mornings. "I don't know where to start," she admitted. Mama Damilare smiled softly. Start small. Learn to cook a simple meal. Help organize the house. And if you still want an online business, treat it like a real job. Effort is love. The next weeks were not easy. Adanna burned her first pot of rice and posted fewer selfies. She shadowed staff at Mama Damilare's company twice a week, learning marketing basics. Slowly, she began to enjoy the satisfaction of creating something herself. On their wedding day, Damilare watched her walk down the aisle, still elegant, still radiant, but different. Her handshake with his mother carried quiet pride. Their marriage didn't need Adanna to become a perfect homemaker. Instead, she became a willing partner, someone who understood that love means showing up, not just being pampered. The price of pampering, they discovered, wasn't money at all. It was effort, shared.